Squat day. I'm not gonna pan down because I'm not wearing pants. Boys and girls, we got baby croissants going in at 375, as Pillsbury told me to. We got the eggs going on. We got the pan for the eggs, not even preheated yet. If you want to figure out how to make eggs, I made a video about it. That's gonna be a little bit of breakfast. 6 eggs, 4 croissants, massive gains. Boop. You know, kind of depressing how small my legs are. All right, boys and girls, we got a straight on tragedy going on. I ran out of my usual raspberry iced tea Crystal Light. Today we're gonna have to use sweet tea Crystal Light. Straight up tragic. Not happy. Might cry a little bit. Don't worry about it. Real men cry too. Upon further inspection, I found an unopened container. Too late. I already mixed it up. Existence is futile. People often ask me if I juice, and that's a pretty simple answer because of course I do. So here's what I take. Let me set this up as if it was cooking with Patrick, which privilege is. So we take some pineapple juice and we squeeze the edge to kind of make a spout, and then we spill. All right, 1 juice. And I juice that with some cranberry juice. Put a bit of cranberry juice in there. Cranberry juice is great for iodine. And then, if you've ever asked a Hawaiian person what goes really well with pineapple, instead of pizza, which obviously, pizza's salty, pineapple's sweet, they go perfectly together. And if you think not, you're wrong. You get some iodized salt and salt that bad boy up a little bit. And I think this is why people are so hesitant to ask why I'm juicing, because I actually take creatine monohydrate, and it's funny because they suggest you take 5 grams of creatine, but that 5 grams could be for a 97-pound female or a 450-pound male. 5 grams is not equal for everyone. So what I take is I'll do 1 scoop, 2 scoop, and 3 scoop. I'll do an extra scoop. And this is actually a Nesquik spoon. I have a collector's edition of Nesquik that I got for Christmas from my wife. And yeah, that is the simplest way to juice. And last but not least is a little bit of salt shot from a titty glass. I'm ready for gym. Almost. I gotta make one more stop with my pre-workout dealer. This is part 1 of pre-workout. Titty gang. Hi, can I get a medium iced caramel with regular cream and sugar, please? That'll be it. Oakley dokley.
Hi, 311.
Thank you. All right, boys and girls, let's before we even start lifting, let's go over our pre-workout stack. So we had the salt shot. Salt is a strong source of sodium, which is a vasodilator. It expands your veins so you can get better blood flow, and it also helps you get hydrated. It's an electrolyte, so when you sweat out electrolytes, and it helps replenish the electrolytes. In the canister, I have a container of pineapple juice with cranberry juice, some creatine, and salt. Salt, same reason. Creatine works at the molecular level to provide H2O molecules to the ATP, because when you expend energy, there is a nuclear fission that goes on between your ATP molecules, which can hold up to 3 molecules of water. So the more molecules of water that you're able to retain, the more endurance you're technically gonna have, because your ATP can build up and replenish its stock of H2O molecules because creatine is present. There's also cranberry juice in here, which has iodine, and the pineapple juice and cranberry juice are sugary fruits, juicy fruits, which will provide vitamins and minerals, which will help aid in recovery while I'm lifting. So I'm lifting and recovering at the same time, and it also has sugar, which will give me energy. Water, it's Crystal Light. It's just that, because you don't want to be overloading yourself with sodium, bloating yourself too much. So you need a plain source of hydration. Coffee. Caffeine is good in small amounts. You don't want to overload your system on caffeine because you can burn out your adrenal glands, and it can also disrupt your sleep cycle. But in low quantities, so about maximum 200 milligrams of caffeine a day, can potentially increase energy healthily, aid in strength, which is why a lot of pre-workouts have caffeine, but they're overloading in caffeine, so pre-workouts are garbage. There's also more sugar in the coffee, more energy, and then there's also fats from the cream, which is also energy. So pretty much I've got 3 energy drinks, natural energy drinks with very little caffeine. There's 90 milligrams of caffeine in a cup of coffee, and there's about 1 to 1.5 cups of coffee in there. So 2 cups of coffee would be 180 milligrams of caffeine. So we're staying below 180 milligrams of caffeine just by taking a medium iced coffee. So I'm gonna go do my 10-minute warm-up walk and stretch, and then we're gonna get going on our 70% squats, 630 pounds, 635. I'll do the math later. Now, I'm a man who will admit my faults, just don't ask my wife whether or not I've admitted to anything. So I'll admit, after last squats, those squats were just trash because I had something going on with my knees and I was focusing on squatting through the heels instead of the middle of my foot, which is wrong. I'll admit I'm wrong, don't do my wife. But today, they're feeling phenomenal. I'm gonna squat 3, and then if I'm feeling good, I'll go 4. If it feels good, I'll go 5. And then I'm gonna treat it almost like as few sets as possible, except with a max rep range. So I'm gonna follow the Perlepin's chart, and I'm gonna try getting, I'm definitely gonna get 3 to 5 reps, minimum 3. If on the first set I get 5, and then 4, and then 3, I win, because that's 12. That's the minimum. If I go 5-5-5, that's 15. Perfect. If at the end of the third set I've gone 5-5-5 or 5-4-3 and I'm not dying, if I'm not overly fatigued, if I don't want to use the word feel, but if the body is not taxed enough, I'm gonna add in more sets. I'm gonna add in a 4th set, because the maximum set range that has been prescribed is sets of 5, or 5 sets of 5. That's the maximum I'm allowed to go to. So if I do 5x3, I've done 5 sets. I'm not gonna do a 6th set because that's beyond the amount of sets. Coach wants me doing less volume, so I'm gonna do maximum 5 sets. If I get 3 sets, cool. If I get 4 sets, even better. If I get 5 sets, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm crazy at that point. But if it works, it works. Can't be too picky. But I'm gonna if I get 5 reps on 4 sets, the 5th set is gonna be a set of 4 because I don't wanna overreach. So the maximum rep range is 24 reps, minimum 12. If I'm anywhere in between 12 and 24, I'm happy. I'm getting gains. I'm progressing. I'm not staying stagnant because this is naked knee. It's 70%. I go naked knee under 75%. So 70% naked knee, you're building up just straight muscle fibers. You're not fighting reps at all. You're not building the relationship with the reps. Above 75%, you're fighting the reps. You're feeling the reps. You're feeling the tightrope, as I call it, of the zone where the reps will let you not die, essentially. But when you practice both in and out of reps, kind of like how you need to practice with and without supplements. Because let's say you are 20% better enhanced, right? And this is based on John Haack. If you don't know who he is, why are you watching this? He's more popular than I am by a large margin. So he'll coast completely off of any extracurriculars. And when he goes 12 weeks out, he starts a TRT dose. So it's approximated that once you go on to a TRT dose, you gain 20%. If you're training at 20% higher than your natural progressive rate, and you don't get an enhanced additional 20%, then that's where you're at. So if someone's twice as strong as you have to get 2 pounds stronger for every pound of strength that they get. So if you're doubling your weight with a lower percentage, then I think I've lost my train of thought. Basically, getting a multiplier instead of an additive effect from any sort of equipment changes, additional equipment. So if you're stronger without a belt, you'll be stronger with a belt because a belt will add a percentage. It will give you that external position to push against. If you go natural for a while, you get a multiplicative you'll get a multiplicative gain by getting stronger natural. And that's why John Haack is progressing so quickly, because he'll hop on and he'll be strong. He'll be 20 to 40% stronger than he is in the off season. But on the off season, he hates himself because he just feels weak. It's like he gets super depressed 3 weeks after he comes off. So since you get this multiplicative increasing factor of your gains, it actually makes more sense to go natural more often than not. It makes more sense to practice without the equipment than with. But you do need muscle memory. So it's important to practice with your equipment, with your supplements, because otherwise, you're gonna be jumping into unknown territory that your ligaments aren't used to, that your muscles aren't used to, and that's an increased risk of injury. That's why John Haack, I keep going back to him, he doesn't train in reps. He goes knee sleeves. I mean, he came from IPF, USA, I don't know, like the Virgin Feds. He came from there, and now he's going up against the big dogs, literally. Same flight as Dan Bell and the Kern. So what I'm saying is you need practice with muscle memory, but you also need practice without crutches, because you don't want any of your equipment to become a crutch. So you gotta practice without the crutches, you gotta practice with the crutches, and there's gotta be a good kind of ratio of enhancement versus non-enhancement, like reps are an enhancement. So you gotta have a criteria where that enhancement comes in, and my criteria for reps is 75%. My criteria for a belt on deadlifts is I don't warm up with a belt until I reach five plates. That's my criteria. I don't warm up on squats with a belt until I reach 5 plates. So you need that criteria for a little bit of strength gain, even though you're not doing working sets with it. You need time both in and out of the equipment to get stronger in the equipment, because the equipment becomes a multiplicative factor. It's not above 1. It's not 100. You're not gonna double your squat by putting reps on. It's gonna be a multiplicative factor. And the heavier that you're able to go, the more it doesn't add 200 pounds. It'll multiply your squat by 10%, 20%. So take like 500-pound squatter might be able to go 600 in reps because it's 20% stronger. 10% of 500 is 50, that's 100. So it's not quite 20%. It might be 10%. It's somewhere 10 to 15% that you're gonna get from reps. So you need to practice in them for your muscles and ligaments to get used to the increased load. I went on a tangent there and I don't remember where I started, but yeah. Started pooping on rep 1, but that didn't raise no bitch. Finished the set, because the bathroom's always over here, and the baby wipes are also always here. This kind of training, not going in with a plan. It makes you think too much, and you're not supposed to think in the gym, because thinking leads to bad things. Right now, you do 3, and you're like, I think I can get 1 or 2 more. You get 4. I think I can do 1 more. Those are words of doubt. When you're under a bar, you can't have any ideas of doubt, because the bar does not doubt how much it weighs. You can't doubt your own domination of the weight. So I don't like this. So I'm just gonna do 3x5 and stop thinking. Get onto accessories, and then next week's deload. I don't like all this. I think this, I might this. No, 3x5, 15 reps. That's all it is. That's all it takes. That's the plan. You're gonna stick to the plan. That's the program. It's the reduced volume, like Coach said I needed to do. I just don't like ambiguity. I don't like things being ambiguous. I like set in stone things, which is why every time I go into a meet, I have formulas for each attempt, for each lift, based on my 100% week in training. And they have gone, with the exception of deadlifts, they've gone without fail. I haven't failed any weight that I have formulated out, that I've done the math for. I've never failed any of them. So I go in without doubt. I got these formulas, 100% accurate. I just don't like not having a plan. Shoutouts to front squats being the worst accessory movement on the face of the planet. And yes, I did pulse them because I hate them and I don't want to do them. The only time I do that, front squats. No cramps. Weird. So the abs came out to 15 minutes for 140 pounds at 225 reps. Technically that's cardio. Yeah. So at the end, it came out to about 80,000 pounds of volume, which is way too much. But it wasn't squat volume, so boo-boo. No. That's still a lot of volume. I mean, about 30,000 pounds of that was just the abs. And then I did hundreds on the leg extensions and little scap pinchies, the machine rows. So that's where most of the volume was. I only got about 10,000 pounds or like 9 something with chain from squats, and then the 145 pound front squats pretty much added up to nothing. But yeah, I mean, lots of volume, and I'm about to go to the grocery store and get groceries. I asked the wife what she wanted for dinner, so I'm gonna get to the grocery store and I'm gonna figure it out because she won't know. Let's be honest. Women never know what they want for dinner. They expect you to know, but they never want what you suggest, so there's no winning. Can't live with them, can't live without them, because that'd be, I mean, you could, but that'd be pretty gay in a literal sense, because if a guy and a guy. I'll see you at the grocery store. I just went pee-pee at the grocery store. Wife decided on shepherd's pie, so I'm getting potatoes. I got beef. I got cream corn and regular corn. I'll show you guys how that changes things up. Also, crispy French fried onions and some cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna add some bacon to it too. There's people doing TikTok dances outside their car. And absolutely do not forget road snacks. Whenever you go in a grocery store, road snacks. Important. Summer is a very conflicting time because you see a puff of smoke emanating from a yard, and it could either be delinquents smoking pot, and you're gonna gag and probably throw up because it's the worst odor out there. It smells like a decaying corpse. Or you got someone who knows exactly what to do with a mesquite, and you get the most delicious barbecue smell ever. Now, in the 5-minute drive home, I got both. So I was very grumpy with the illicit use of marijuana. Cause we're in a vacation spot. So a lot of people from Massachusetts come up here and they think that the pot is legal here too. But if you're gonna legalize your pot, make sure it doesn't smell, please. It smells awful. But I got a whiff of some delicious mesquite. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they got me salivating over the flavors going on in their smoker or grill. I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, it's delicious. What's for dinner?
Puppuccinos and shepherd's pie. But we're only eating puppuccinos and so late because I went against my better instincts and did not pick it up on my way home as a pre-dinner snack.
Pre-dinner snack.
Pre-dinner snack, I will still eat the shepherd's pie. Don't bring me back to the taco incident.
What
or the pizza.
What taco incident?
The one where your dad said I wouldn't want dinner because I was eating tacos, and then you not putting the pizza in the oven because I didn't need a pre-dinner snack, which I then complained about not having my pre-dinner snack the entire time I waited for dinner, and then was still hungry and had to eat a snack when I got home.
So what you're saying is you go hard.
Yeah. Married life. Put the pizza in the oven. All I can say.
Never doubt it.
Never.
Never.
Bad mood.
It's like the one thing you could do to keep your wife happy. Food.
All the time.
If they ever say they want food, you feed that gremlin food.
We mean it. We mean it.
It's time to go get pizza.
Without pineapple on it. Because it's gross. It's gross.
No.
It's gross. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
57% of people agreed that you were wrong. Pineapple does not belong on pizza, and your finger does not belong up my nose. Stop. Stop. Do you want pee-pee touches later?
Gentlemen, open the doors.
And carry pizza the whole way and don't complain.
Now you take the pizza back.
I told you I would. Hold on. Also, you should point out, this is a good size purse. Those giant things are not necessary. You cannot fit pizza in them. You have to carry it. See?
I'd like to point out not wearing shoes.
I didn't go in. Also, shoes are overrated. I own like
That's
2
a fact.
pairs, 3 pairs.
You know what's not overrated? Crocs. The more you know.
Balls it does with mine accounts. Cat chicken nugget.
Alright, boys and girls, we got the shepherd's pie going. We got the beef with salt, pepper, brown sugar, and beef broth going. And we got some water going for mashed potatoes. And I said that I was going to tell you how the cream corn affects it. So what you do is you put the cream corn in with the beef, and you got the beef broth in there going. And you spread the cream corn around, if it'll focus ever. And you just let it sit and let the beef broth reduce down. And then you've got the cream from the corn keeping the meat nice and creamy, nice and moist. Doesn't dry out through the reduction process. And then you got another can of sweet corn, focus, there we go. And that'll go on top of the beef when you put it together. Stop going out of focus. There you go. And it goes on top when everything gets put together. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is time to go beddies. So if you want to see more, subscribe. If you liked the video, like it. If you didn't, don't. But what you should do is share it with your uncle. The wife just informed me that I missed out on boobies. Share it with your friends. You got more of them than I do. And they probably see more boobs than I do, because I just missed out on seeing some. Bye-bye. Good night. Whatever. Enjoy your day, because I want to enjoy this now. I missed out on boobies.